Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So basically, as you can tell from the title right now, I am going to be testing the indoor flight of the DJI Mavic Pro drone right now. Basically, I'm going to test small, medium, and fairly large rooms to see if the wind affects off the walls. The wider they are, the skinnier the room is, smaller, whatever will matter while flying the actual drone. Now, to ensure that your actual drone will not crash while flying indoors and that you have a very good flight, there's a few things that you need to do to make sure that your drone indeed will not go out of bounds. Such as, you need to put your return to home into hover. If your DJI Mavic Pro drone loses your connection to where your transmitter is because of walls or whatever inside a room, it will try to fly back, and that could end catastrophically, especially since your drone actually only has a sensor that can see in front of you, or in front of the drone, in other words, and below. It cannot see left to right. Now, a few things to keep in mind as I'm doing this. I am doing this in a room or rooms where I am the only one going to be here, so there are no people in the facility at the moment. It's a very wide open space where I'm flying it. I have had a few hours of experience flying this thing, which is the other thing. I have not what you would call a super experienced flyer. So basically, I have gone on the internet, on YouTube, and looked what to do and what not to do while flying indoors. A lot of people say it's impossible, some people say it's doable, other people say it's pretty easy. So I'm here to test how easy really is it. The other thing is I'm going to have the camera on the drone running, a GoPro running, so you can see me controlling, and the actual camera right here recording me, myself. That way you can have 3 different views of angles. Okay, so I got my GoPro all set up, and I got my drone all set up, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my GoPro on, and then I'll start recording here in just a second, so give me just a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and push record on that. Let's go ahead and get the drone all set up. We all set. Let's go ahead and start recording. We are now recording with the drone itself. Let's go ahead and take off and see what happens. I'm just going to do a few maneuvers here. Just kind of get the feel for everything. I've disabled everything, keep that in mind. So when I'm flying, that way it shouldn't hover over anything. Right now it's completely stable, guys. It's actually very stable. A lot more stable than what I thought it would be, truthfully. Let's go ahead and higher it just a little bit. One thing I do want to say, guys, is do not do the takeoff automatically mode, because that will probably make it crash. I'm going over tables and stuff, and it does not seem to be doing anything whatsoever that would be disabling it at all. I'm going to go behind me now. There we go. And very, very clear, very non-movable, very stable, and this drone is absolutely amazing, truthfully. Okay guys, so I have since then gone into a much smaller room. You may notice it is echoing a little bit in here because it is much smaller. This is what I would call a medium-sized room, like maybe a size of a bedroom. So I want to test the DJI Mavic Pro in here. I'm going to change the angle of the camera a little bit so you guys can see the actual drone flying and not just me talking about it. So I'm going to have the DJI cam going again. I'm going to have the GoPro going on, showing the transmitter as I'm flying it. But I'm also going to have the actual camera over in a corner so you guys can see the actual drone flying. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so I've repositioned the camera so you can see it in the entirety of the room now. You might notice that the drone footage is a little blurred, basically because it's such a small room that the camera's not really made to do this small space. But I'll show it anyway to you guys, just so you guys can see, but here we go. Flies very well right now. Very stable, that's it in stable mode. Very stable, move around a little bit here. 214. Able to cool her down a little bit. There we go. See, it's very diluted in the colors because it's not used to this type of light. Hopefully you can hear me. Alright guys, so we are in the smallest room I could possibly think of in a building, and that is a personal restroom. Basically, I'm going to fly around in here. I have no idea what it's going to do in here because it's so tight, but I'm going to do the best I can. I probably won't fly very long just because of fear of whatever might happen, but here we go. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to expect, so I just put this in a corner hoping that it is tight enough. This is a very tight space, guys, very tight. I can barely fly it right now. I mean, it's staying still, but this is absolutely crazy. I'm going to grab it so I don't have to actually land it. I mean, check this thing out. It is crazy. I mean, I'm afraid to move it right now. I really am. Let's go a little bit higher. It's so unstable. Closing space is really hard for a drone. Try just to close it. Move it around. Okay. It's very unstable, guys. It's really hard to fly right now. Go a little bit higher. Just try to go forward. It's very hard. You guys can see that. I mean, it's so hard right now. I mean, it's just so incredibly hard. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy because I'm done. So here we go. But there you go, guys. I hope that was a good review on exactly how a DJI Mavic Pro does in closed-in areas, especially when you're not outdoors flying. The only thing that I would say was probably not the biggest factor till I was in the small room, the restroom, was the wind. The wind was ripping around like crazy, and the whole drone, you can even see in the drone footage, the whole drone is like this, but it was staying very still. It scared me at first because it started to drift off to the wall, and so I had to land it right away. But I started getting my boundaries right, and I got a little bit more comfortable with it. But overall, it was a really good flight. So I would say, guys, especially for like a real estate video, when you're having to film inside a room, it's very well built for that. A big room, no problem whatsoever, as you saw. A medium-sized room, still no problem really, just you have to be cautious. A small room, which, if you really think about it, there's really no reason to fly it there unless you are doing a how-to video like I am right now. But anyway, this big medium-sized room, it did very well in the small room. The restroom was very scary personally, but I'm glad I did it, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, seeing how stable this drone actually is. So guys, if you wouldn't mind, put a like down on this video, comment down below what you thought of my video. If you have a DJI Mavic Pro or maybe the Platinum or another DJI drone, comment down below what you have, guys, or what you plan on getting. And don't forget to push the subscribe button, guys. Help me out there greatly. I have a lot of videos coming at you right now, and can't wait to get them downloaded for you guys to see them. Have a great day, everybody. Go make a difference on the world today. Peace out.